Hey everybody, this is Raymond with another BrightSide weekly update. Uh, this week, first off, we've got multi-unit properties. So this is a new feature that lets you create multi-unit properties. This could have two different uses. So one might be like if you've got a hotel or something, you can create a property and assign the units from that hotel to that property so that those units are within there, and it will have its own address and just property description and stuff, and it can have its own amenities and photos that are applied to all the units within that. It can also be used in a resort setting. So if you've got a resort and you have certain photos or amenities that you want to apply to all the properties within there, you can use it for that also. And so I'll just do an example here, but let's say, I'll just call it a hotel. So like if you've got a hotel along with your other cabins or something like that, you can give a description. And then you can assign whatever properties you want to that and save it. And then you can put amenities on there just like you can on units. And so, maybe all of these have central AC, or maybe all of them have window units. And you can give them a photo. I'll just do one of these photos. So now if I save that, now if I go to any of these properties, so beach phone 1, within the amenities, you've got this where it's inheriting this from the property, so it's got that amenity, and same with the photos. So it'll have this property's photos, but it'll also have the property's photos on there too. So definitely welcome any feedback on that and hope it's helpful for all of you. Next, under maintenance issues, we've got some new features in here. So first off, we've reordered some of this where basically all your setup stuff is here at the top. You've got your issue name, and then basically the setup, type, unit, who reported it, and reservation, and then kind of your work in progress stuff. So your priority, assignee, schedule date, status, and if the owner's been contacted, and then your details, where you can add details. But new is a checklist. So if we want to, you can add checklist items to this. So like, do this. You could give, this is how you do it. You can require a photo to complete that step, and you can add multiple steps. They don't have. You can choose whether or not they require photos or not. And so this might be something like, if you're doing an inspection in here, you could, take photos of these things, or if they're telling them to complete some things, you want them to take a picture of, a hot tub reading, or take a picture of the hot tub when it's empty and then of it, full again, or anything you want. And so then once you've set up the steps, the person actually working in here, they wouldn't be able to edit the steps. They'd just be able to check them off. And so this one, they can't check it off because it requires a photo. And so we can add a photo. And then once a photo's been added, then you can check it off. And you can check off each item, along when they were done. And if I go back to my list, I can see the checklist progress on here. Now this is just, step 1. We've got lots more coming to this, but you can also, in your maintenance, your issue templates, they can have checklists also, and you can even add checklists from another template so that you can easily, if you've got say a template for cleaning a hot tub, you could easily add the steps from there. We also, on maintenance issues, we did improve some of the way that files are handled. So if you do have a photo in here, you can now drag it into, if I wanted to download this, I could drag it into my Explorer, or if I wanted to attach it to an email, I could drag it into the Explorer. So just to improve the drag and drop functionality within here. On the check-in and check-out lists, we now have the channel icons next to them, like we've added in other places recently. On the new reservation screen, you've got a few different changes here. So first off, I guess in the filters, you can now filter by bathroom. So if you want, what's a property with at least 4 bathrooms, you can easily filter to that. Secondly, actually, let me just clear these out to show all of them. You can now click on the headers to filter by what's available on those days, or you can change what you're filtering by. So if I'm looking at this Saturday, if I want, I can change to, what's everything checking in on Saturday, everything checking out on Saturday, everything with a turn on Saturday. So there's somebody checking out and checking in. So you can use this a lot of different ways, for scheduling, or even if you're booking, if you want to look at, say if I'm looking at all of August and somebody's interested in coming, and I want to see, what's somebody that doesn't really have much any weekends booked or something, I can easily filter it down to that, and maybe try to sell one of these properties instead of something else that's got more bookings that month already. We redid the cleaning log in the new format, so this is now mobile friendly. You can easily filter it by property, easily cycle through the days and stuff. But otherwise, it behaves the same as before. We redid the advanced bookings report. So this is the one that shows all of your properties, kind of the future rent on them. We also redid the recurring charges screen. So this is where you can set up charges that get charged to your owners each month or on certain months of the year, and you can customize the values for each one. And this is now mobile friendly. But that's it for this week. I appreciate you all and hope you have a good week.